Heya, cryptozens. Tonight's stories. Will Starlink bring offline transactions to Doge? MetaMask Institutional announces new partnerships. Ethereum merge to be delayed a few months. It's 10 p.m. Pacific time. The date is April 13th, 2022. Welcome back to the Crypto Overnighter. I'm your host, Nick. The cover model for this podcast is Tex, and together we take a nightly look at the crypto, NFT, and metaverse space and the industry that surrounds it. We're here to bring you the crypto news analysis you need to start your day. And keep in mind, nothing in this show should ever be considered financial advice. So, crypto payment company Moonpay had a star-studded Series A funding round. They raised $87 million from their A-list celebrities. Seems like a lot. More than 60 different investors from entertainment, music, sports, they all kicked in. Names like Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton, of course, you expect those. But other names like Bruce Willis and Maria Sharapova. Now, if you put that $87 million with the $555 million they raised at the end of last year, you end up with a valuation at something like $3.4 billion. And I've used it. A lot of people have used it. Moonpay does make it easy for me to buy some crypto on a credit card. Pretty much my personal use case for it is at OpenSea. Now think on that a minute. Think about all the celebrities like Snoop and Paris. They've all been onboarding people into the world of NFTs. And Gwyneth Paltrow is one of those investors. She said, quote, "Web3 is inspiring the entertainment industry and commerce in general to reimagine the way we create community, connect with fans, build value, and manage intellectual property." Now, before we get into tonight's stories, let's take a quick look at the markets. At the time of writing, the global crypto market cap is $1.91 trillion. That's up 2.87% since yesterday. So it's headed in the right direction at least. The top 5 cryptos by market cap are Bitcoin up 3.35%, Ethereum up 3.21%, Tether, Binance Coin up 2.65%, and USDC. The global NFT market cap is up over $10.27 billion. It's down 11.63%. According to CoinMarketCap, the top 5 NFT collections by sales volume are Win NFT Horse down 52%, ouch. CryptoPunks up 0.12%, Bored Apes up 0.04%, Imposters Genesis Aliens up 0.11%, and Mutant Apes up 0.04%. Now keep in mind, some of these collections have very volatile prices, so do your own research. Will Starlink bring offline transactions to Doge? 2 key members of the Dogecoin Foundation team put out an article recently, and this article looks at using Radio Doge technology combined with Starlink satellite network. Radio Doge is a technology we'll talk about in a bit. But the goal of this experiment? Conducting Doge transactions without using the internet. And this is such a current year to have thing happen. Dogecoin Foundation, which Elon Musk is a member of, using Starlink technology, which Musk also just so happens to own, and he's also a huge fan of Dogecoin. But apparently, it's got a ways to go. That said, it does lay out the foundation for future efforts. So, in very basic terms, what they did was they used something called Radio Doge to connect to the Dogecoin testnet, and they did it over Starlink. Timothy Stebbing is product lead at Dogecoin Foundation, and Michi Lumi is a principal engineer. They teamed together to work up a new communication network, and this would be designed to transact Dogecoin offline. Now, we've brought up Radio Doge a couple times. It's time to define it. Really, it's just a low-cost radio technology. It's a high-frequency, long-range, wide-area network. And the important point, the salient point, is that you can use it to connect with Starlink. Another important part of this plan is the use of GigaWallet. It's a new type of Dogecoin wallet. It's a drop-in solution for transactions. Now that does use the internet. It works with standard non-custodial integrations to transact on the Dogecoin network. And they built this off of libdogecoin, which is it's a programming library. You can think of it like a Lego block system for building Dogecoin projects. So that's what they used to validate Dogecoin's addresses and transactions. So their big win for this whole thing was that the addresses created by this library have successfully received Doge on the main network. So it sounds like that their next hurdle, sometimes next week, is going to be connecting GigaWallet so that it's able to communicate with Radio Doge, which is then what's going to communicate with the Starlink. So it's that last little bit, it seems like, to get to the Starlink network that they need to work on. If this happens, this is going to be huge for Dogecoin as an adopted currency. Non-financial advice. Without having to use the internet, if Dogecoin is the only cryptocurrency you can transact no internet, it's just going to blow up. That said, they acknowledge that they still have a long way to go. MetaMask Institutional announces new partnerships. So most of us are familiar with MetaMask. It's a nice little non-custodial wallet. You can either use it through your cell phone or a web browser. It's a key vault, a secure login, a token wallet, a token exchange, all in one. Pretty much everybody's got it, especially if they want to do anything with dApps or if they want to hodl some ERC tokens or buy some NFTs maybe. That's not what we're talking about here. That's not the product. No, what we're talking about is MetaMask Institutional, or MMI. They are the institutionally compliant wing of MetaMask. Now, from their spiel on Twitter, they call themselves, quote, the DeFi wallet and Web3 gateway for crypto funds, market makers, and trading desks. So you can see what kind of clients they have. They are looking to make themselves more attractive to DAOs, and that's the reason behind the new partnerships. MetaMask Institutional is a custodial organization, so it's not like MetaMask where we're a key vault. No, they are custodial. So to that end, MetaMask Institutional announced new partnerships on Wednesday. And those partnerships are with Gnosis Safe, Hex Trust, GK8, and Parfin. The basis for these partnerships is crypto custody requirements, especially for DAOs. Now, everyone knows what a DAO is, right? Decentralized Autonomous Organization. They distribute decision-making among a group of token holders. Harriet Browning is a business development lead for MetaMask Institutional. And she said, quote, we are thrilled by our latest custodian announcement as it allows further bolstering and expansion of Web3 into a variety of different and important regions. She went further, saying, coupled with the different licensed custodians, custody tech, and non-custodial key management solutions means we continue to push towards our vision of bridging all organizations on planet Earth into Web3. Now, honestly, I had not actually heard much about MetaMask Institutional, but it's been around for a bit. Consensus stood the program up in December of 2020, and its job is to help crypto funds, market makers, and trading desks get exposure to Ethereum and Ethereum-based dApps. So, one thing it does differently from MetaMask that I have on my phone is its internal stack. And this is important here. Their tech stack connects the large organizations with custodians. Now you see why that's an important relationship? It allows, the client of MetaMask Institutional, it allows them access to the custodian that's holding their funds. So these businesses contract with someone like a Gnosis Safe to custody their assets. MMI is the bridge between the two. So that brings their total custodians to 7. They now have 7 different organizations to help firms with their compliance requirements. In October of last year, they added BitGo, Credo, and Cactus Custody. Ethereum merge to be delayed a few months. So don't go buying any new Ethereum mining rigs. That's right. Tim Biko is an Ethereum developer. We've talked about him before. Now, according to him, the merge is likely to be pushed off until later this year, third quarter of 2022. That said, though, Biko is the source of the advice. He's the one that, quote, strongly suggests not investing any more in mining equipment at this point. Now, it was just a couple of days ago we were talking about Ethereum's first mainnet shadow fork going online. And at that point, it was looking promising to see the merge happening in June as projected. That said, it doesn't seem like this is going to be the case. So what's going on here? Well, yesterday, someone posted on a Twitter post that Biko had actually made quite a while ago. And they asked, quote, any information you can provide for the Ethereum miners who have been invested in securing the network and supporting the Ethereum project, or are we just going to be left out to dry? You hear what they're getting at. They want to know what the state of Ethereum mining is going to look like for the next few months. So that's when Biko suggested not buying any more Ethereum mining gear. When asked whether or not June was still going to be the date of the cutover, he said, quote, it won't be June, but likely in the few months after. No firm date yet, but we're definitely in the final chapter of proof of work on Ethereum. And it's not at all surprising, really. It was revealed in a tweet that 3 recent shadow forks of Ethereum's Goerli testnet showed that they still have bugs that need to be worked out before the merge can take place. Now, I know a lot of people were looking forward to the merge. I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed because I keep seeing where folks think that the merge is going to help with Ethereum's gas fees. And I do not believe that to be true. What those folks are waiting for is the sharding. And that's where the network is going to be broken down into shards to split up the load. But until then, I would not anticipate a drop in transaction fees. Not just yet. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed tonight's show, like, comment, subscribe, review us, give Tex and I 5 stars. Do you have questions or comments on the show? Send me an email at nick@cryptoovernighter.com. That's nick@cryptoovernighter.com. Oh, and check out my other podcast, Crypto in 5 Minutes. We have 41 educational podcasts, 5 minutes to explain one concept in crypto. And as always, may peace reign.